Flosstube, it's Nerissa from Nerissa's Stitching Lifestyle in New Zealand. Welcome. Today is Monday the 12th of June. I tried to record this about 5 times yesterday. Didn't get very far, kept running out of memory space on the camera, so had a good delete of a lot of excess off the phone last night. And now we'll try again today after work. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you get to see this and it's working okay. I'm just going to put the clicker back. Right, so today is about catching up with my maynia progress and where I got to. I chose 4 projects to work on in the aim of finishing 4. I set my goal quite high and quite hard because they all needed quite a bit of work done on them. But I did manage to get 3/4 of the goal, which I'm absolutely wrapped with. It's a few more off the whip list, and we'll show you where we got to. So since I finished them, this past weekend I stitched together part of one of them. So the one I'm talking about, sorry, just grab that, is Ava Siderian Summer Schoolhouse series from With Thy Needle and Thread. I bought this when it first came out, the series of 4 patterns, and I've loved them since. Never got round to starting them, so eventually made a goal and yep, we got started. So this year the goal was to get them finished. So here they are, all of them done and completed. I have stitched them on 40 count antique, it's called, from Zweigart. It's a beautiful fabric to stitch on. I've stitched quite a few different things on it. There is still a strawberry that I have I've finished stitching, but I just haven't put it together yet. Yeah, it'll get done. It'll get done. It's in the to finish pile. My weekend was bad enough getting a lot of these finished. So here we go. So I'll pull them out individually for you. I'll show the fabric first. This is the fabric I chose for it on the bag, which has the olivey green, which kind of goes along with the base along the bottom here, which is not all of them, and there's the green throughout. And I chose the red based on a combo of the 2 colours, like in the strawberries and in the reds that we used, the 2 reds, so that it kind of went with everything. So that was lovely. So this is part 1, which has the beginning of the alphabet. Beautiful big blue bird. Love the big strawberry. And the little wee baby strawberry growing off it. The house took forever to fill in. I did the roof first. Then I came down and I put all the windows and the door in. And then I kind of left the stitching of the house for, you know, when you're yakking at stitching things and stuff to get that finished. So she was one of the last parts of the first one started, but the last part's finished. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So part 2 has 2 parts in it, and that is the one with the lovely lady in her blue dress and her little strawberry that she's carrying, and part 2, second part, has the gentleman with his flowers and his honeybee hive. So gorgeous. Love how they came out. Part 3 was another big house. Not quite as bad to get done as the other one. Just didn't seem to finish. And I love the big basket with its little blue flowers in this part. Gorgeous. Absolutely lovely, easy design to follow. And part 4 was the end of the alphabet. Just fun and cheerful. Awesome to be done. And then there was the strawberry, which like I said I've stitched but I haven't put it together. And there is another little board one. It's probably only about yay big. And if I can find a board or get a board cut out that it will fit, I'll stitch that one up. I've left the fabric, enough of the fabric to be able to do that. But yeah, so here it is all together. Trying to get it to be seen. And it's gorgeous. A fun stitch along. So glad that that is finally done. And there's plenty of room over on my bookshelf for them to sit in. I did have a blue lunchbox, a real old fashioned kind of lunchbox, but it's way too big. So I'll have to think. At the moment they're going to stay in this. I may end up painting it and going the sort of turquoisey blue, or doing that a wee bit over it just to give it a bit more spice, but at the moment that is perfect the way it is. Just going to pop out a screen and put them down. Okay, so that was my finish number 1 for May. My second finish for May, I started 2 years ago. When it first came out, and didn't do very much on it, as you do when you want to do all these lovely starts. But I concentrated on its companion piece up here. His Eyes on the Sparrow is the one that's up there. So Consider the Lilies is the next one that I finished. And she is stitched on 36 count. She's a very big girl, but beautiful. Love the colours. Love the way that it all has come together. Bring it forward. The tree. Absolute fun stitching that and filling it in. Lots of different reds and different greens for the leaves. And I think Adam and Eve are just so cute. The berry bowls were fun. And the peacocks made me laugh. Just their different colourings. Come on the other side, so you have everything sort of mirrors itself. Different colourways, but the same design shape. So you'll have a butterfly on this side and a butterfly on the other side, etc. Oh, yeah. Oops. So this one is stitched with the DMC threads on 36 count, 1/2. So it is done on the same fabric that I did do. Oh, sorry. Knock the camera. That I did do His Eyes on the Sparrow on. So I'm not sure if I want to frame it the same or slightly different. I'll be in to see Karen and Tanya at Art and Frame sometime over the next couple of weeks, and we'll get it in and see what we can find that works for this one. It might need to be coloured differently. Right, so then I pulled out whip number 3. And that was a Hands Across the Sea designs, of course, my favourites. Make sure I got it the right way. And I really enjoyed stitching on this one. It is stitched on 46 count Russian Caramel from number 12 Stitch Co. in Australia. They're on Etsy, and Nicola does some absolute beautiful fabrics. I've had an order arrive that's got some more that I'll be using in August, September for some new starts. I'm itching to start. But we're working on the whips. So this one is called Memories of the Past. It was absolutely lovely to stitch with. This is done with the 100 threes. So 100 threes. It's stitched, like I said, on 46 count. It was nice to do different colours. Like, I love, as you can tell behind me, the older patterns, and I love the colour tones in the older samplers. So to do something this bright was a lot of fun. It was nice to see the lilacs and the purples come through. Enjoyed picking it up no matter when I, been stitching on the green somewhere else. It was just nice to come and do on this one. Some of my favourite parts are this little wee L here. I think he's just gorgeous. I did enjoy doing the big motif in the middle. Lots of fun there. And my other little one, where is he? Oh, I can't see him now. No, can't see him. But even the alphabet along the top. Lots of fun. Nice, easy to follow. Like once you get into the rhythm of all the bands, just a nice easy stitch. So this one will also be going to Art and Frame for framing, and I'm sure between Karen, Tanya and myself we will come up with a very nice frame for this one as well. Okay, so that was my 3 out of 4 finishes. My fourth one, the plan was a week on each, and it did go a wee bit over that on the 2 big samplers. They did go a bit over their time. But I wanted to push through and get them done. So then I picked up whip number 4, which was the Rose Wreath sampler from GGR. Now I'm stitching her on 40 count. I remember this is the antique one as well from Zweigart. Using all the cool full threads. But she is beautiful. We'll just pull back a wee bit so you can kind of see the whole thing. I do like my big samplers. So this time round I concentrated along the border. I thought that's the part that I love doing, the borders, but it can get very mundane because you're stitching the same thing all the time. So I concentrated and I filled in all the pink, and I came sort of around the bend and filled in the pink, and then I went back and I've on this side panel I have filled in all the bluey colour that's at the end of those flowers. So that whole side of the border is now done. Did I do the top? I just did another couple of the flowers at the top, and they've got a little bit of sort of cream. And I'll finish those along, but there's not many. The rest of them all have that blue. Then I thought, okay, I've had enough of border. I then decided I'm going to start filling in this side. So I'd already done this, and I put this one in. I put the top of this one in because I'd already done the green, so I wanted to get it finished. I then came down and did the little wee crown in the corner. The birds across here, and the big ribbon, this is the ribbon that goes in the big rose collection at the bottom, which actually looks like it has doves in it. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to tell from the picture, but we'll just keep stitching and see what turns up. I then ducked up and I thought, right, I wanted to finish the leaves in here, and sort of done the outline of the leaves here. And finished a couple off in here. So the sort of leaves are done. There's half a rose here to finish and another one in the middle here, and then that whole circle of roses will be done. But yeah, just enjoying stitching on this one. Absolute delight. Can't wait to have it done. So we'll pop that there. So then it was the end of May, and it was the beginning of June. So that's it. Whip goes away for a little bit. And I participate in the Hats First Week of the Month sale on Instagram. And that involves you stitch on a hands across the sea design for the week, so the first 7 days. Normally I only pick one project, and this time I thought, no, I actually want to do 2. There's 2 and I couldn't decide which one I wanted to stitch, so I thought, right, 4 days on one, 3 days on the other. So the 4 days went to the next oldest Hands Across the Hands Across the Sea samplers design whip, and that is Sarah Brazier. Now she was Queen of the May from 2018. She is being stitched on 56 count white using DMC threads, 1 strand over 2 threads. And she's fine to stitch on, good light, easy to see. Use my magnifier in the strong light and that, so really easy to see. Enjoying stitching on it. Just can't do it for too many days in a row, especially working in that. You get a bit tired at night. So this time round, or the time before, sorry, I had been working in here, but I wanted to give that a bit of a break, and I wanted to sort of be able to get something done. So I thought, right, I'm going to start from this side and come this way. So I got the little puppy done, and the big tree, and the bird that sits on top. So now I think I've still got a little bit of the satin stitch in his feathers at the bottom there to do, but that's good because that's now both of them done on each side. Then I was like, okay, I don't really want to do in here because there's lots of you know, 4 stitches change colour, 4 stitches change colour. So I thought, right, I want to do something to, you know, get another big motif done. So I came down and I brought my side down. I've already done the zigzag all the way around, so I know they're all fitted and I could cut off my excess fabric. So I did the tree in the pot on this side. I then brought my green, which was way up here, and I brought that down as well because there's satin stitches which will goes all the way around. I have done a few randomly along the top, but I'm going to kind of probably leave those till towards the end. I don't think I'll leave them till last, but they will definitely be when we're getting closer to the finish line. I then proceeded to do some more of the little greenery on the internal border because all of this sort of stuff has to come down and along, so I thought I need to get started on some of that as well. But she's beautiful. She's a big girl, and she will look awesome when she's finished up on the wall. So goal to finish her by the end of the year. Okay, so she is there. So that was the first 4 days. Then the next 3 days, sorry, I've got all sorts of little piles strategically placed. I chose Florence Mary Dickinson. She is being stitched on, just flip it open, 46 count cream brulee by Tabby Cat Linen. First time using the Tabby Cat Linen. Love the Tabby Cat Linen. I definitely will be ordering more of that. But yeah, using 103 silks. So another silk project. I'm becoming a bit hooked on them. I still love stitching with my DMC, and I will do that for a lot of the big samplers, only because it keeps the cost down. But this is where I was before I started for this month, well, for that first day 5, day 6 and day 7 of the month. So it wasn't too bad, but I didn't really want to carry on with like the border, flowers or anything like that. I wanted to get down to the fun part. So I did. I went down the middle and I stitched part of the big bouquet of flowers at the bottom. I love the colour combo of the orange and the yellow. Absolutely gorgeous. It's starting to come together. This part over here is one of the green grasses where the deer is going to sit on, and then on this side there'll be another one, which is this one here is where I've started the grass on. So I'll kind of carry on with that. I might do a little bit more of the flower and the 2 deers next round, but that won't get stitched. Oh yeah, it probably will get stitched on this month again. And then I thought, right, I need to concentrate on the whips because I'm itching for new starts. Like seriously itching for new starts. So I pulled out one of my smaller ones and worked on that this weekend, as well as finishing my projects. Didn't do a lot of stitching. Sorry, it's in black and blue. The ink was running out. But I thought, you know what, doesn't matter. I can still see the general gist of the pattern. So this is by Teresa Kogut, and it is the Strawberry Manna sampler. So we went to Stitchy Group yesterday afternoon, and there was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of us, I think, that turned up this time, and it's only sort of once a month, for about 3-4 hours. Get to stitch with my friends, some of my local friends, and yeah. So I took this one along with me, and I actually worked on the border. I got pretty much, I had part of the top done and down this, no, the other way, part of the top done and down this side, and along the bottom of the strawberry, of the all the strawberries done. So I finished the cup, I think I had 3 at the top to go, down this side, and I've got a few little ones along the bottom, just the, there's 2 shades of red. I've done one all the way around, and now I'm doing the second shade. So I got that done, and I finished off the man except for his boots. Okay, that's a bit hard to hold up. Oh, I'll find something that's a bit stiffer. I put in this pot with the bunch of flowers. It's still got, I think I've still got a colour in the leaves and a little bit more to work on that. I did have to take out, which I don't do very often, but there was definitely no room. I put in the black strawberry pot, and I put it 4 stitches too low, which meant either the pot was going to, this pot was going to sit down here and cut off the flower, which I didn't want. So it was quicker to peel it, pull it out, and I'll restitch it back in. So, and I did the little hearts at the bottom and the 2 birds above his head here, in those few days. So that was good. Didn't get as far as I wanted to, but in saying that, I accomplished the finishes that I wanted to get done. Just pop that there. Speaking of finishes, another one that I had finished stitching, that's all my up-to-date whip stitching, that I had finished stitching, but I had put aside, contemplating how I was going to finish these lovely pairs. And I started on Saturday night after tea. It took me 3.5 to 4 hours to get my pair done, and it's stuffed and completely finished. So here is pair number 1, and this is one of the red work pairs from Any Bees. I have stitched all 3, and I will make up the other 2, and I won't leave it so long. I will get them done in the next fortnight, I think. I'll get the finish being sewn up, and then I can do the stuffing as I need to. So I used dead branch and wool for my leaves. It's stitched on 40 count with Silks For You, and I cannot remember the colour number, sorry. It's in one of my other whip bags, and it's been used on a sampler, so when I pull it out I'll remember which one it is. This is the fabric I chose for the bag, just a nice quilting fabric with red and gold squiggles over it. I haven't done the, as everyone, you know, some have done the herringbone stitch down the sides. I haven't done that yet. I'm still debating whether I want to or whether I just like the nice clean look. But yay, another finish. Okay, so I'll show you a couple more, sorry, moving around a wee bit, finishes from the past. A couple of them, I just need to grab my dates. Hold on 2 seconds, otherwise I'll forget when I stitch them. Let's have a look. This one is, yep. So this one, hopefully the glare is not too bad, is At the Mat from Mirabilia. She has stitched on chocolate brown 32 count. Just I think it's a platinum. It's quite stiff. But oh, she was so much fun to stitch. So much fun. Her beading, her colours, especially in that wrap, scarf, belt I guess you would call it. just absolutely wonderful. Sorry, there's a bit of glare. I've got the curtains open to have enough light in here. But yeah, she's gorgeous. And she was stitched in, wait for that, 2016. So she's been a little while. She's not actually laced in there. Because I don't know if I want to keep her in this frame or put her into a different frame. I haven't made up my mind. So at the moment she's temporary housed sitting in there, so it doesn't get covered in any more cat fur. But yeah, I haven't decided. When I decide if this is her permanent home or not, then I'll lace her up the back. Okay, we'll just pop her there. So she lives in my bedroom with my other mirabilias and other fancy ladies. So the next one, I pulled it off the wall in there as well, is Gabriella. And Gabriella is by John Clayton. You don't sort of hear much about them or his designs, but they are wonderful patterns to follow. I've done a couple, so you will get to see another one, but she is just gorgeous. I love the detail, oops, in her headpiece up here and in her dress, because it's all done in the such light shades of pink with just shading. Just comes out so beautiful. And the balcony behind her, the railing, just makes it. So she's stitched on 32 count using the called for threads. There's no beading in, no beading, we'll check that, no beading in this one. But yeah, she's gorgeous, and she was also finished in 2016. For a while there, I pretty much stitched Christmas ornaments and fancy ladies. That was all I wanted to stitch. I kept buying samplers, but I hadn't started stitching them. Oops, I'm caught on my button. Right, so then, because I like to show you four. So another one that I pulled out is from 2018. And it is called Cross Stitch Nation from Heartstring Samplery. So I stitched her in 2018, which I can't remember if she came out in 2018 or 2017. Can't remember. This is also stitched on 32 count. I did use the DMC threads on her, but I love how she turned out, and she was such a fun stitch. I need to get the other one, the Flosstubers one, and stitch that. Yes, lovely. And she was, yeah, 2018. So another one from 2018. In the year of 2018, I have two boys. And one was leaving home to move to another town. The other one was finishing his last year in high school, college, his secondary education. So they're having, you know, big changes going on for them and for our household. And I thought I need to do something for them that they can take with them to remember their mum. But they will also, you know, give them meaning and make them just think that they are capable, they are strong, they are independent. Yeah, just something I wanted to give them a little bit different. So I picked Lizzie Kate, and it is Promise Me. I don't have the pattern, I gave it away to someone else. And it says, promise me you'll always remember you're braver than you believe and stronger than you seem and smarter than you think. And I think that's appropriate for anybody at any age, but definitely for our young adults when they're, you know, they're going through such big changes and leaving home. Just, yeah, hard on the parents, hard on the kids. But yeah, so they got one each that year for Christmas. But yeah, stitched on 32 count and using the couture threads. But love stitching it, and they're very quick stitch. Lizzie Kate's always are. Okay, so that's the old finishes. There is still more to see. Don't worry, we will just keep doing 4 or 5 each time. The next thing I want to show you is what I want to work on this month. to keep working on. I liked the idea with Stitch Mania of kind of having set goals or set projects to work on. Just stick to a small set. I still have a few out of my initial starts with the year, or my carryover whips that I want to get done this year. So for the rest of June, stitching on that one, we will be doing some stitches on the rotary sampler. She will definitely be coming out for another play. I'd like to concentrate some more on Florence Mary Dickinson and get at least another good chunk of her done. So that's 2. The other one? Yes, the other 2. Maybe, I'm kind of thinking maybe I might do another weekend. Not this one because I have to work, but the following one when I don't, I might pull this out and do that as my weekend spirit, which I do with the Cross Stitch Addicts, Australia and New Zealand, and they do a weekend stitch along. And you can pick anything. So I might pull that out and do that. So they're my 3. I'm going to do it. Well, they're my 3 whips that I want to concentrate on this month. But in saying that, tonight there's a group of ladies that I stitch with. We've stitched together for the last couple of years via Zoom. There's some of us from New Zealand and then some of us in Australia. So the time distance is a few hours. So we try and do it either afternoon on a weekend or in an evening. So tonight is the night we're pulling it back out. And we're all stitching the Uffendale sisters. So of course I've finished an Uffendale. So I need to start another one. Otherwise I've got nothing to stitch. I really don't. So I did pull it all out, and I'm going to stitch Isabella. She is going to be stitched on 36 count that I dyed very quickly, just to take the shine off it and not have it quite so light. Fabric, it's the same fabric that I stitched Anne on, and I'm using the DMC threads. So I had to get it ready last night, as you do. So I found my centre and I started. So I have my centre flower for the centre of the top, and I've come across with one part of the border and started going down, and I went back across and I've come the other way, and now we're starting on the downward leg, which will be the same as this one. And that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm just going to work while I'm talking to the ladies, and I've already, can't show you, can you? I've already gone through the book, and in pencil, I count along and mark how many stitches, count along, mark how many stitches, etc. for each little leg of the border, so that I can just glimpse and go, oh, 10 going that way, 8 going that way, 9 going that way, 7, whatever it is. It does make it a bit easier than having to stop, count, stitch, count. It's already done. Already calculated, did that this morning before I went to work. Well, I had my coffee this morning for breakfast. So, Isabella, new start as of last night. Still got the start of this itch though, I tell you. So that's right. So she will get tonight, and then it will depend on when we decide we're doing our next stitching one. So there's no hurry for her to be done, but she will become my next stitching project with that. Sorry. So these are the DMC threads, all nice and ready. So at the moment I'm using, oh, it was a coral. It quite surprised me. It was a coral colour for that flower in the centre. It does look red in the book, like it should be a red, but it is actually a coral. So that's quite neat. And then the other one, the green, is 581. and then it has another rounded border, so I'm doing just the one leg all the way around, and then there's another layer, and that's a darker layer. So I'll get all that border done before I start, and then when I've got the border around and I know it's going to fit, I know it's going to fit on my fabric, trust me, I've measured and added pretty much 4 inches each way. I will then do all the border, and I'll still do like all of these dividings, so that then I can jump around all over the place and stitch what I want, depending on how much I want to talk or stitch. Okay, so that's Isabella. So don't know how much stitching she'll get this month. We'll see how many stitching sessions we're going to do. So like I said, I'm itching for some starts. I've done pretty well, and I have finished 6 whips so far this year. I still want to finish a few more, and I still aim to get my whip goal down, but I just need something fresh, just something different, just to start it, you know, just to start it. So I have chosen another one that I want to start this month, and that is Hollyhocks Were Always There. Now this is from the Sewing Club book by Blackbird Designs. I have stitched, just trying to see it over there, two or three out of this book, and I have should have brought it over, but I don't want to get up and move and go get it. I'll show next time. Once I've started this, I'll show my start and I'll show that again. It's like a big box, and it has one I've mounted at the top, and then I've got a drum, and I think there's another part, and I want to do all the little bits to sit inside that box. So yes, been wanting to start this for a while. So I have my fabric. It's actually not that big, especially doing on 40 count, not that piece, but it's only that wide, and I mean that's with allowing I think 1.5 inches, which will be plenty because I get sewn into a thing. Or I do have this one, just haven't decided which of the 2 fabrics I want to use. And it's been stitched with called for threads, which are weeks, dye weeks. So yeah, lots of lovely soft colours in those. So that will be started sometime this month. Okay, another start for this month that I want to do is actually two major big parts. Now I've had this one, the Stitch by Stitching Treasures. I've had this pattern for a long time, and I keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and I'm like, you know what, if I don't start it soon, I'm not going to do it, which is really sad. But then Art and Frame, love you Karen, got in for me part 2, which is all the internals for the box. So you have your outside ABCs, and then it has all the little accessories. And I have the, and yeah, upside down, I have the silks. So we're ready to go. Going to stitch this on 40 count, and the reason why I'm stitching it on 40 count is, so this is going to be started too, because I'm not putting it off anymore. I picked up from one of our second-hand shops this beautiful wooden box, and it's lined with a felt lining. If I do it on 40 count, it will fit in here, the front top of it, and I will be able to make the inside work as well. So have the finishing, I've just got to stitch it now. So I'll do that. Let's get going on it. So that will be start number 3. Scary thought, for this month. So 3 whips I want to work on, and 3 new starts. Because I'm not really counting Anne as a whip yet, Isabel as a whip, because she's only had one night. She needs a little bit. Now over Friday night and Saturday, I missed my stitching meet up on Friday night, but I had my granddaughter here. So on Saturday morning, we were she loves to pull out my stitching and look at it and pull out the Christmas ornaments and stuff. And I said, right, well, you need to go and find the box with all the Christmas patterns. She did that. And poor wee thing, it was a very heavy box, but we pulled it out. And she went through and she picked a Christmas stocking that she likes. So we're going to do this one here with Santa and the tree and some parcels. And he's reading a book to the teddy bear, and she loved that one. So she had about 8 to choose from. Otherwise I said, that's fine, we'll go in the car, we'll go and buy a new one. She's like, no, she didn't want to go in the car. So she chose this one. So I've pulled out, I have pulled out just a white because I want it to be crisp. So I'm going to do it on white. And guess what, everybody? This is only 28 count. And I'm going to do it on 28 count because I want it to be slightly bigger. I may end up tea dyeing it yet. I haven't decided. I've pulled out all the DMC threads. So I'm trying to use up my carded ones. So I've pulled out all those. Now, I won't be starting this month. This will be part of stitching in July. Christmas stitching. So I'll work on who's stocking. Where's my other Christmas one gone? Here it is. And my other big Christmas one, Kringles. There's he. Sorry, I didn't pull this out ready this one. And this is where I'm at. So I haven't got that much, I say I haven't got that much more to go, but there's some heavy stitching in these little things. Let me just grab, do it on that. So I've still got some white to fill in along the railing and these window arch things. The brickwork takes a lot in the mortar. So then we've got to fill in the house, colour in the black here, and I think, if I remember right, did I bring the picture? What did I do with it? Yeah, so there's still a little bit to do. But if I can get this one done, I'll be wrapped. And I'll get a good chunk of her stocking. I might just take that to work and do that at lunchtimes at work. I will show you next time, or I'll do a separate video of, I've basically worked out the next 40 odd ornaments that I want to, I've got lots of stitching to do, people, I really do. I need to retire. It won't be happening. I have a mortgage to pay. But I've worked out basically another 50 Christmas ornaments that I want to stitch this year to fill up some more spaces on the tree. So that will be the start of my Christmas stitching. Now, we're saying that I will still do the Hands Across the Sea samplers first week of the month, or 7 days of the month. I will probably pick an ornament and work an ornament and stitch probably Sarah Brazier in that week, so that I'm still doing the Christmas stitching but still sticking to my I've got to get this done in this week. So the other thing I want to show you is Sampler September. Now August there's nothing really organised, and then it's Sampler September, but because I'm concentrating on my whips, but I seriously want to start. I have so many kitted samplers, so many kitted ladies, just so much that I want to start stitching, that I'm like, I'm actually going to do a start a week for August and September. So all I've done is pull out the front covers of these so that you can see what I'm going to stitch. Some of these will be definitely a good few year projects, so you will get to see them really regularly. So we'll just start. So the first one I've had for a while, and I absolutely love the big red house. I love the fact there is, I think it's eyelets. Yes, Algerian eyelets in the inner border all the way around. And it's 1, 2, cat is playing with the cutie, 2 layers thick. So Elizabeth Harding from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. So she is definitely being started. Absolutely. These guys have been, I mean, some of them are new, you don't get me wrong, they're newer, but they are the ones that are pulling my heartstrings and that I want to get going on. The other one is, I think I'm only missing one. Yes, we're only missing one silk, but I can certainly get started. That board's going to take a while. And that is from Cross Stitch Antiques, and it is I Had a Father, Kind and True. And this is gorgeous. But she's a very, very big girl. So she's got to be started. So this is not the order they're going to be started in. I don't know. The next ones I've had for a while. And I've been, once again, putting off starting them. Because I think I can't have all these big whips going. But do you know what? I can. And I'm going to. So this one is Exemplars of the Heart. And they scent. She's so big, it's hard to get a good photo in close. So I've got all the DMCs ready. I've measured out my fabric. I'm still humming and hurrying. I've measured out 2 pieces of fabric, 1 in 40 count, 1 in 46, to decide which way I want to go. I think I'm going to go the 40, but we'll see. Another big one, an older pattern. Doesn't actually have a date on it. Is the Dutch Sampler. And she's been kitted for a while. And I just, once again, I keep putting her off starting her. Those new shiny ones keep turning up. So it's like, right, this is what we're doing. So she's going to get started as well. So that's 4. Elizabeth Furnace, 1836. I've had her kitted for over 3 years. And why am I not starting her? I love her. I love the big flower. I love all the animals in the grass in the big house. And I keep seeing it pop up in Flosstubes and on Instagram. I need to start her. She's starting. She's no doubt about it. So that's 5. Okay. Number 6 came out at market last year. GH 1827. I bought the pattern. I bought the threads. I had plenty of fabric. I've now chosen my fabric. But I bought them last year. And I still haven't started her. So, she's number 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, number 6. Number 7 is Let Love Rain from Teresa Koga. I'm in her Patreon. I've stitched a lot of her Patreon ornaments. And I've got, of course, the Strawberry Manor, which will be finished soon. So then I need to have another Teresa Koga on the go. So she will be started as well. That's number 7. And then number 8. Don't you love when you get mail? When you've had a long day at work and you come home and it's dark and there's this lovely white box leaning up against the back door. So Hannah Campbell. She's arrived. She's been on a trip. She came from Canada. From Traditional Stitches. Thank you, Janice and team. So she is going to be stitched on 46 count vintage Sanju by Lakeside Linens. Love stitching on that. Here's my frippery. And lo and behold, she's going to be another 103. So that is my 8 starts. And they will be for August and September. So my sampler September will be actually 2 months long, and it's going to be August, September. So if anyone else wants to join in, starting, what's the samplers? Please do. But yes, if I only started 4 in September, then half of it, I'd be starting the new ones and not the older ones, and it's the older ones I still love and I want to get stitching on. So my goal for myself is that every time I start something new, if I'm starting something a newish design as in within the last couple of years, then I have to start one of my older ones that I've had in my stash for a long time, so that I'm not ignoring the stuff I've already purchased because there's something flashing new out there. And that way then I'm still getting everything I love stitched. So yeah, that's it. Lots of stitchy plans. Might need to take a holiday from work to get something done, but that will be okay. I think that's it. So guys, just remember, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. I enjoy reading the comments. Sometimes I don't get around to answering your comments, but I do heart if I have read it, so that you at least know I've read it and I've seen it. If I haven't hearted or read it, replied to your comment, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, it hasn't popped up on my thing, and I do try once a week to go back and double check through the filming just to check that I haven't missed anybody, but it can happen. But yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for my new subscribers. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, it's all good. So please everybody, remember, one stitch at a time is going to get those samplers done. Thank you.